UNLV, the parking. Credentials are not done yet, though I'll have them next week at this for our home season credentials. Today, thanks for the new day and time, everybody showing up. Today we thought we'd bring you 2 team captains and 2 California natives for our trip to USC, so we'll start with a statement from the coach.
Well, it's good to be back, excited to get the season underway. It's been a really good camp. I think our guys have done a really good job of bringing a mature approach and a lot of energy every single day out there, and we've seen some definite improvement. I think one of the things we're most excited about is just the experience this group has. There's still a lot of youthfulness to it, but a lot of them have game experience. You get guys like Gabe's got a couple years under his belt. Armani haven't played last year, experience of the O-line, running back core, guys in the secondary. So we have a lot of guys that have a lot of live game reps and gain a lot of experience. So I think that's going to translate into us to being a more productive football team. So we're excited. Got heck of an opponent this week in USC. Obviously, they always recruit a top 10 nationally ranked recruiting class each year. So they're going to have a lot of talent. They've got a lot of transition going on there. Just named their brand new quarterback, and he'll be a young guy. They've dealt with some injuries and such during camp. Looks like most of the guys are healthy from what I saw on their roster today. So it's a great matchup. We're excited. Guys like Armani, he's played in that stadium before. I think there's 41 or 42 guys on our roster from California, so I know myself being a California native, the guys on our team, we're excited about going there and playing a great Trojan football team, so we're excited to get it rolling.
What do you know about JT Daniels and as far as, I guess, the challenge to get the video on rather than the high school days?
Yeah, and really it'll be interesting to see how they use him. Are they just going to go ahead and run their stuff and throw the ball around the yard? Are they going to try to protect him a little bit and run the football? That'll be kind of interesting to see, chess match wise, how they try to get him going. He's a great player. That's why he's at USC, one of the top recruited guys in the country. But he is a freshman and it is college football, so the game's going to be a little bit faster. They practice at such a fast pace, and Coach Helton does a great job in developing quarterbacks. So he'll be ready, but he's still young, and there's still a little bit of a learning curve.
What about
Ronnie,
you?
what are your thoughts on JT, a guy that not only is a true freshman, but also skipped his last year of high school?
Just coming into college and being prepared, and I feel like it's gonna be a big step for him or not, and just getting used to the college speed.
You going back to your first start last year compared to now, how different is that? Now you know what that game speed is like.
It's a big difference. You know what to expect. The defenses. You know how to watch film. It's just a lot of different type of preparing from what I did last year to what I'm doing now, and it's just being more mature and understanding the difference of how the speed is from high school to college.
It's obviously week 1. At what point does the emotion start really ramping up? I know fall camp, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of intensity throughout, but now that it's game week, do you try and get the guys settled and ramp it up throughout the week, or do you just kind of let them enjoy what this week is about?
Yeah, week 1 for everyone's an exciting deal. You put in all the hard work through, from signing day through spring football, summer workouts, camp. There's an anticipation of, of that first game. So they're always going to be a little jacked up. I thought the guys did a really good job, all summer, and then really these last 2 weeks as we've worked on USC to really have an even-keeled approach. There's times where you're going to get excited about it, but you got to keep your wits about you, and you got to really focus on the preparation. So today we had a really energetic, fast-paced practice. The guys did a really good job with it. And obviously as we get closer to kickoff, you want to see that ramp up, and ramp up each day. But even on kickoff, you don't want them so excited that they're not thinking. I've always said, the team that comes to balance the fastest, emotionally is going to go ahead and execute at a higher level. So I think the maturity and having, these guys with a host of others, playing at Ohio State, playing again in the Rose Bowl, playing in big games, big games in our conference, all that experience really helps you settle. I don't think anybody's going to be wooed or wowed by the Coliseum.
Gabe, can you describe what you feel the defense's role is in this game going up against a true freshman quarterback? Obviously, you guys don't want him to be comfortable at all during this game, but talk about that.
I think our job is, he's a freshman quarterback, so it's his first year really getting into there. Just put some pressure on him and make him feel uncomfortable. He's a supremely good athlete, but I think overall we just got to make him feel uncomfortable and do our job as a defense.
Gabe, how do you make him feel uncomfortable? What can you do early in the game, throughout the game, to sort of make it a difficult?
Just sacking him, getting pressure on him, getting hits on him, giving different types of looks, pressuring him, showing different types of blitzes, moving, folding safety, stuff like that.
Do you think your guys are having a good time? They've got so many unknowns. You got a couple of big opponents coming up after this. As far as just pure timing, if you're going to play USC, is this the time to play them?
Well, I think anytime you're playing one of those, big opponents, anytime you're kind of an underdog, you'd like to play those games right off the bat. I mean, I think, you change the year. I don't think that philosophy changes at all, no matter who you're playing. You want to play them right away, right out of the gates. Everyone's still, heck, we've got things we're trying to wrinkle out, right? They have things they're trying to wrinkle out. So, again, they're a talented roster. They've got a lot of guys that are going to be Sunday players on their team. But, kind of like what Gabe said early on, you got a freshman quarterback. You just got to move him off his spot. You got to make sure he's not always thrown to his first progression. You got to make him go through those situations. So, again, with a young guy, in a couple of weeks, he's going to be a little bit more of a veteran. He's seen things a little bit more, have more game experience. That doesn't mean he's not going to come and play lights out. It's our job to try to defend against that. But I think week one is when you want to play those big-time opponents.
Coach, can you talk about the connection with Coach John Robinson between USC and UNLV? Obviously, coached in both programs. What he meant to UNLV and just a pretty neat connection, I think.
Yeah, well, John means Coach Robinson means a lot to the game of football. I mean, I got a chance to meet him at the Nike clinic a year ago, so we got to sit down and talk a little bit, and that was the first time I actually had a chance to meet him. He's a busy guy, but obviously what he did in the NFL, what he did his run at USC was unbelievable. And I know, just from listening to people, I wasn't here then, but him coming into Las Vegas and UNLV, it really got people excited, and they had one really special year when he was here, and he did some really good things. So again, there's a connection, and then just little things too, like we're building a Fertitta football complex, and Frank's a huge USC donor, a grad from there, and he won't be there because his daughter's getting married on Saturday. So, but there's a lot of connections. I was reading the list of all the different connections. Got Coach Drevno, who coaches for them now, he used to coach here at UNLV, and there's a lot of connections. But all around town, you see a lot of SC bumper stickers all over the place, and so that LA Vegas connection is strong.
If I recall correctly, last year leading up to Ohio State, you were talking about when it comes to play calling, you don't know if you wanted to open up the entire playbook to not show everything you have in the first week. Does that change this year, or?
Yeah, I think last year had more to do with just the youthfulness of Armani and and some different guys. That we're so far past where we were a year ago as far as what we're doing and just our understanding of it. We've tinkered things. We've put a little twist on it, a little spin based on Armani being our quarterback. A lot of what we're doing lends a little bit more to his abilities and the things that he's really good at. But as far as the playbook, it's in. We had so much in during spring. We started fall camp way ahead of where we had in the past, just because the experience of the wide receivers, the running backs, the offensive line, and we're a real veteran group now. Most of our guys have got starts under the belt. We got backups who have plenty of starts under their belt, so that's a good thing. And offensively, we've got a full menu to go with.
Armani gave this for each of you. I guess what point in the week does that switch flip for you guys in terms of, all right, this is it now, all that training, all the summer, all the spring? What point does it flip for you?
Well, for us, it's really been the whole camp. We've been even last week we were prepared, and so I think it's not even really this week. We've been preparing the whole summer. We know who we got to face. We know what we're up against. We've been ready all summer for it. So I don't think it's not really much this week. We've been with it all the last 2 weeks, the whole month basically. So yeah.
Piggybacking off what he said. It started off when we came back from summer break. We knew we had a job to do, and this year we want to win. And everybody brought into the what we're trying to do, from running routes, doing what we had to do extra to get on the right page and be ahead of the game where we had to. Like we followed off from spring ball. We knew we had a good spring ball. We wanted to keep that momentum going into fall camp, and now we want to keep that going into the season.
For both players, how much do you think you're going to learn about yourselves after this game?
Just like what type of player we are, with just how confident we are, because that's what the biggest thing for me, I know, is being more confident, being a better leader on the team, and just knowing how to play in certain situations. It's going to be a big crowd. It's going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be a big game, but being able to play big-time players playing big games, so being a big-time player and being in a big game.
But Gabe, can you take there's nothing to lose, no pressure attitude into this week one, because it's USC and that's an opportunity?
it's it's always gonna be pressure. Any game you play is always gonna be pressure. I think just for me, just being able to censor it down and reading my keys and know what I have to do and what we have to do as a defense.
Marty, you gonna be open with that right corner of the end zone Vince Young ran into?
Say it again?
That was at USC. I'm thinking UCLA, never mind. But it was against USC.
Gabe, we've talked to Armani about the offense basically all camp long about how explosive they're going to be and how they're healthy and the receivers are healthy and Lexington back there. Can you describe what you've seen out of the offense and why a lot of people maybe across the country might be not necessarily shocked, but in for something with the UNLV offenses?
Man, we got them guys. We got the running backs, we got the quarterbacks, we got our receivers. We just every day we see it. We compete every day. It's like I don't know. We have like the running. I don't know. It's nothing much to say, but we got Lex, Armani, D Woods, all them guys. All the receivers we got. We just ready to go.
Coach, what are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, you know what? It's competition. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, we're excited to get out there and play a game against somebody different. Obviously, when it's a team like USC right off the bat, adds a ton of excitement. But I don't think, regardless of who we played, we'd be just as jacked up for it. So, to me, what I'm really focused on and what I really want to see is guys executing at a high level, communicating at a high level, just seeing all of our processes, and and that's really what it's about. Seeing guys focus on the process, not the outcome. The outcome takes care of itself if we dominate the process. And I think our guys, you read all this stuff around the country, and it's kind of crazy. I mean, there's so much drama going on in so many camps, and so many guys. Our guys have been great. They've shown up. They've competed. If they're one, they're a one. If they're two, they support the one. Our guys love each other. They work hard every single day. They're taking care of their stuff off the field. They're doing it on the field. We're building a program that's going to be. I think we're at the forefront of building a program that's going to last a long, long time because we got the right dudes and they're doing it the right way and they're ready and fired up to go compete. And Saturday is going to be a great opportunity for us, like you said. So we're fired up to go out there and fight to win a ball game.
You don't get Bubba Bolden, obviously you know him. What is it about him that really stands out to you?
I love Bubba. I saw him. We worked a camp over there. Coach Helton let us come work a camp with them this summer, so I got a chance to talk to Bubba and everything. And he looks great. He's in good shape, and he's a big physical guy. Obviously coaching him the 1 year that I did, and known him for a couple, and now watching him from afar, he's just a big physical guy. He's got the start. They had a guy leave the team, I guess, yesterday, so he'll get a chance to start now. And he's young. I mean, again, he's another one of those guys who's going to get his first college start, but he's a really talented guy, and that's why he's at SC.
Coach, in terms of competition for this first game, it's such a difference between USC and then Howard last year.
Yeah.
Is that on purpose? Was there anything behind it, or just how the schedule worked?
Kind of randomly worked out, because we definitely didn't plan that one last year, the way it worked out. But it's funny. It's like you flip the switch on it, right? I mean, it doesn't make a difference who you play. You got to be prepared. One of the things last year that we really want to see is, the amount of false starts and exchange issues and things early in the game that put us behind the 8 ball. And then when we got a chance to come back, we didn't. And it was, again, those processes just not being wrinkled out, and you saw the nerves and you saw some things that just aren't characteristic of a good football team, right? And then, we cleaned some stuff up and bounced back from that. That's really what you want to see. I mean, in regards to who you're playing, you control whether or not you're jumping off sides, and if you have an exchange issues and communication issues, a lot of that's nerves. And I really think the guys, having gone through all the experiences that they have and being older and being more mature, you should see a cleaner process out there early in the game. So, it's a lot. Anytime you're playing a top 15, 20, whatever team in the country, and you're a team like UNLV that's trying to build a program, that's a heck of a task. But we played a good UCLA team a couple years back and, gave them a run. And, we've played tough Michigan teams. And, I think we played decently against Ohio State. We were never really in that game, but we did some good things. So I think we're more involved and we're more capable of putting up a heck of a fight this Saturday.
Anything on you with Alex Berry?
Alex right now is, he's coming off of concussion protocol. Him and Darren Woods both were cleared to start practicing today, which is good. Alex on the transfer deal, we're still waiting to find out from the NCAA whether or not he'll be cleared and if he'll be allowed to play this year or not. So we don't know that yet.
Do you think Darren plays this Saturday?
I believe so. If he continues to progress the way he did today, he's at a pretty good. He's looked really good, communicated really well. He practiced full today. It was a non-padded day. As long as there's no regression, he should be good to go.
Same for Alex if he's cleared.
Same for Alex. He's the exact same way. You know, and again, the good thing about that is we're so deep now in those areas. You know, you always want guys like Woods and Perry or guys that are dinged up to be able to play, but it's not as catastrophic as it's been in the past. We've got 6 or 7 other guys that can go in and be just fine and help us win ball games.
Armani, what do you hope to order out about yourself out of this game?
Just mental toughness. I know sometimes we're going to be put in tough situations, and it's my job not to put my head down and just to keep everybody up on the offense, even on the defense side of the ball, and just keep everybody together. Even when times get rough, just bring everybody together and just keep going. And even when we're on top, just keep everybody elevated and know that we have a goal at the end of the tunnel and not to step back.
Playing Ohio State, does that help going into the game like this where you've already been in that kind of atmosphere?
It definitely helps, but at the end of the day, preparation is going to be the big hand, and us practicing and just getting everything together as from a couple of weeks ago and just preparing for SC. I think that's the biggest thing that's going to help us out.
All right, thank you.
Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks. Yep, appreciate it.